I'll read. Okay, so I'm going to go through the numbers first today. In fact, I'll probably do that in future. We've had no green losses on the tracks. I'll start off with that, so it's another good day. Our profit for yesterday, the 21st of March, was £32.34, which makes our cumulative profit £247.69. Now, yesterday did signify the end of our first week full running. This is just test days up here before we started fully on the green. You can see how the number jumped because we started doing the green stuff here. So what I'm going to do, starting off, Wednesday is going to be the first day of a new week, which is today, 22nd. So if I highlight those 7 numbers there for the last 7 days, you can see we've made a total profit of £231.16. So what I've done, if we have a look at the average of that, you get £33.02 per day, just based on the average of that 7-day period. So what I've done down here is I've made a little table for week 1. So there's our £33.02 per day. There's our £231.16 for the week. If we multiply all that out, that gives us £1,004 profit for the month and £12,053 profit for the year. It's quite phenomenal, really, by just doing this. And I'm not by any means or any stretch of the imagination saying we're going to see these numbers every week. And we're typically going to see lower. I can't see how, the way we're doing it at the moment, I can't see how we'll get much higher. I'll make it a little bit higher because I did make a cock up on the 20th where I didn't put the rule in for the number of runners correctly. So that £18 should have been a little bit more. But we haven't incurred any losses yet, and the losses are going to take a big chunk of this profit away when we do, because obviously I said we're looking to lose somewhere between £50 and £85 when we do make a loss. Okay, so that's the numbers. If I just go into Betfair Bot Manager, there's a couple of things I just want to go through on the tracks. The strategies, and the tracks. So looking at this first strategy first, you can see we're 85p in profit on that now, which I'm really pleased about. I mean, it's not the money, neither here nor there. I've got 1,129 data entries in this strategy now because it's been betting on every single race since I started a week and a bit ago. Now, if I drop this down, you can see that it's getting on stuff that's over 10 as well. So it is betting on every single race. It's not looking at how many dogs are in the race. It's not looking at the odds. It's just putting a 2p lay bet on every single race. And the reason I'm happy that it's still tottering around the zero, and it doesn't necessarily need to make a big profit or a big loss. I just want to totter around there because it's basically self-sustainable. I can just run this and let it run its merry way, and I can just get all this data together. What I'm going to do at some point, probably in the next week or two, when I get some time, is export this data out, and then we can do some good analysis on which ones are losing and see if there's any patterns, or is it just like pot luck. I still got this nagging doubt in the back of my head with this strategy for the dog forecast and stuff that it's just luck. I might be wrong, but I might be right. But we'll be able to look at things like the forecast numbers. So like 3 and 5 there, you see 1, 2 and 1 lost at Sheffield. We can look to see by tracks, by the forecast combination, what we've won and what we've lost. If we find patterns in all the losses, things like that. We can look at the time of the event. So like, are we having more success morning, afternoon or night? Or having more success on certain tracks, or having success or failure on certain forecasts, or having success and failure on certain odds. Anything on this row you can see here, and a bit more information besides what you can get out of Betfair Bot Manager. Put it into Excel and start doing the analysis on it for going forward. So I'm happy that with that, we've now got a strike rate of 90% here as well. I think that rose a little bit because it was down to 88. So I'm comparing all these down here to the 90% yardstick. We're using this 90% as a yardstick. So anything down here, I'll have a little look at. I mean, that's 88 there, which is just below. I'm not too concerned about that for that kind of thing. We have got an 83% here, but again, I'm not concerned about that because the numbers are low. We've reset this one at Hove, and the numbers are low. I'm looking at these percentages more when it's on the green tracks, which I'll come on to. So looking at the red tracks first, then we've got, if you remember, we had 5 that were reset yesterday, and I'm just going to have a little look at those. So Doncaster, there's been no racing, so that's still a 0. Hove is minus 6 pence. You can see it's won 5 out of 6. Because it's minus 6 pence, it's obviously lost the last one there. So that's ended on what I'm coining the phrase cliffhanger. The last race of the day. If the last race of the day loses, it's a cliffhanger. Waiting for the next episode of the next meet. Now, I'm not going to reset anything here that's in the red list because it's only 2 pence. And I want to have a good, true reflection on whether this does get a second consecutive loss in a row. And I think there is Hove racing today. So we'll find out today whether there is a second one in a row, whether the first race at Hove wins. Because obviously I want to record whether Hove has had a second failure. So I'm not resetting anything in the red for that reason. So we'll wait and see on that one. Kinsley, there hasn't been any racing. Monmore, there was some racing yesterday and it's won 6 out of 7, but because it's in profit, we can see that it was one in the middle. It wasn't the last one. So that one's still running with 1 failure. And the last one is down here, Toaster, and that is in the same boat as Hove, being very naughty. Again, you can see there, won 5 in a row and then lost the last one. So that is sat on a cliffhanger. I believe there might be no racing at Toaster today. So that one's going to have to wait until whenever there is. So that's the state of play with the red stuff. Now moving on to the more important green stuff. We have Central Park is doing well. 34 out of 37, 92%. Crayford's only 67%, but it's only 2 out of 3. That's obviously got to wait until there's a few more races in there, but we did have an end on a cliffhanger. That's why that one's been reset. We banked, I can't remember how much we banked now, £25.60. It landed on a cliffhanger, so we banked the loss. Banked the £25. And since it restarted, it's lost 1 out of 3. So there's a little concern over that one, but we'll just have to see how it goes. There is racing at Crayford today, so we'll get a better idea of that today. It's not looking the best, like compared to say Central Park. It's looking nowhere near as good because we've obviously already had to reset it once. But Harlow though, not many races, 14, but all 14 have won. So I've noticed there's two meets today at Harlow, so that'll be interesting to have a look at to see how that gets on. Harlow, I think there's about 23 races across the 2 meets, or 24, 12 in each, which means we should get an opportunity there to get on quite a few bets at Harlow today and see if any of those lose. Henlow's not great, but I'm not going to be too concerned unless it drops under 80. 14 out of 17 could still do with some more data there, because obviously that 14 out of 17 could easily turn into 29 out of 32. Like this next one is 30 out of 32, which is 94%. So if we get up to we'll have another 15 winners in a row at Henlow, then that'll be 29 out of 32, which will be comparable to these two here, Newcastle and Nottingham, which are doing really well. 32 out of 35 for Romford, doing really well. Perry Bar's only 5 out of 6, but that's a small sample set, so I'm not too concerned with that one. That was just yesterday, was it? Yeah, it was just one meet yesterday where we got on 6 races out of the probably 12 or so, and we won 5 out of the 6 times. Romford, like I said, is doing well. Sheffield, we 19 out of 21, 90%. It's only £19, but we banked something there because Sheffield did end on a cliffhanger one night, which none of these cliffhangers in the green, by the way, have actually went on to lose, so I could have left them all ride, but better safe than sorry here. We did bank about £10, 5 pence there at Sheffield when it didn't end on a cliffhanger. If we hadn't, that would actually been on £29 profit. Suffolk Downs has only done 2 out of 3, which is, need to keep an eye on that one. Again, very low sample set because that again was just yesterday, but still lost 1 out of 3, which isn't great. But again, that just could be luck or variance. And Sunderland is a one to keep an eye out for because it's down to 79%, which is the lowest percentage, I think, based on over 10 races. Double figures. Yeah, we haven't got anything lower than that for 10 or more races. So that might be a bit of a concern. 11 out of 14, although we have won the last 5. Yeah, I've got 2 out of 3 there, which isn't great. That could have went the other way. Yeah. So there's the 3 losses. 2 yesterday. Keep an eye on that one. I'm not sure if there's any Sunderland racing today or not. And then we've got Yarmouth. I've just reset that one because it ended on a cliffhanger last night. We lost £3 on the last race. The odds were really low at 4.0 for the forecast. It came in and we lost it, so I banked the money there. Done that last night in case I forgot to do it this morning, and that gives us we banked £18, and that one's reset. And that is some racing there today, so we'll see if the next one wins or loses to decide whether we should have or shouldn't have banked it. But I'm banking, like I say, I'm banking all the green ones to play safe at the moment if they end on a cliffhanger. So if we go back to this screen here and just have a look at today's racing, if I just go to the top of this list, you can see we've got 11 meets today, and we've got Harlow, which is in the green. We've got another Harlow down here, which is in the green, so that's the 2 races I was talking about. Harlow, actually there's 12 and 11 races, so it's 23 races, but plenty of opportunity there to get on. That's our 100% track at the moment. So we've got Harlow, Crayford in the green, Nottingham in the green, Kinsey's in the red, Monmore's red, Hove's red, Newcastle's green, Doncaster's red, Harlow's green, Yarmouth's green, and Central Park is green. So I made that about 7 greens there. So again, 7 greens multiplied by about 12. Plenty of opportunity today to get on some more bets. So that's it. That's the update for today. I'll try and keep the daily updates coming for now. I want to try and keep them going until we hit a loss on a green track, because that's when we need to start looking at the repercussions of having a loss and then what we do about it afterwards, which I'm still not 100% sure about. But what I probably will do when I do notice the first green, I'll jump on and do a live straight away to try and just explain what I'm going to do. Okay, but anyway, that's it for now. That's a daily update. Thanks for watching. Good luck if you're following any of this for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers now. Bye.